is relevant. On topic, my melanin is popping. I'm taking skeletons on closets and making new deposits. I'm in my element, no ollies. These children popping mollies. I'm so intelligent, my honesty turned into philosophy. I go hard in the paint, the harder I play. Nigga, I'm like Harden on James, a problem to face. I don't wear my heart in my sleeve, just look in my eyes. Nigga, you can do what you need, I do what is right. I don't fucking want what you have, just look at your life. Nothing but is sacred to me, it's out of my sight. That just means it's out of my mind, it's not worth the fight. Nigga, yeah, I'm out of my mind, I'm out of my mind. Hey, you did what you did. Yeah, you did what you did. Give a fuck about intentions. Don't give a fuck about intentions. You can watch what I do. You can watch what I do. Just stay the fuck out my mentions. Stay the fuck out my mentions. That's a bed that you made. That's a bed that you made. That's a bed that you laid. That's a bed that you laid. What kind of game is you playing? We go hard in the paint, yeah. What the fuck is you saying? I only go where they pay. What kind of game is you playing? We go hard in the paint, yeah. That's a bed that you made. That's a bed that you made. That's a bed that you laid. What kind of game is you playing? We go hard in the paint, yeah. What the fuck is you saying? I only go where they pay. What kind of game is you playing? We go hard in the paint, yeah.
Swolenormous.
The sun is shining, the birds are chirping,
The birds.
the bacon is sizzling.
The basson.
Welcome to the Daily Swole.
Testing, 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 testicles. Welcome everyone to episode 16 and 7-5 of the Daily Mother, the Swole, the most muscular swolecast, beardcast, broadcast, gamecast, mancast, pimpcast, sleevescast, and slaycast in the realm, because when I flex, you flex, we all flex our biceps. What's going on, beaches, booshes, busters, hustlers, and yo hoes? It's your boy, Papa Swolio, back with another episode. Welcome to Ask Papa Swolio Live. So before we get started, let me remind you beaches, that yesterday's episode, drop in the comments down below what you're smashing today, what you're working on. Yesterday's episode is priority access, so a reminder, again, for those of you that are still slacking, that are not yet part of the Swole fam, you are missing out. So you're going to be missing out on tomorrow's accountability meeting. That's right, tomorrow is our weekly, holy shit, close up, look at that. Look at that beard. That is ancient. That is ancient, Papa Swolio. You gotta trim that shit. I need to get this cleaned up right now, but maybe this week. Tomorrow is our accountability meeting, fam. Tomorrow is our accountability meeting, so tomorrow, 12 noon Eastern time, that will stream live in the private Swole fam Facebook group, and of course, I'll be up into Swole TV shortly after. We got new releases. We gotta talk. We gotta talk about some of the new stuff that's coming. I'm super stoked, and we did cover some of that yesterday in our priority access episode for Saturday. So yesterday's episode is available. Inside. It's pinned in the top of the announcement section, but it's available inside Swole TV right now. You could stream the audio, you could watch the video, catch up on what you missed. If you missed yesterday, just a reminder, yesterday's episode is priority access. So you'll notice that. Every time. Let me see here. Hold on a second. Okay. So tomorrow, 12 noon Eastern time, Monday, December the 7th, for the accountability meeting. So make sure you're there, and I will be, of course, Swole texting you, and everyone that's a part of the Swole fam, you will get notified, of course, with Swole text when we're going live. But tomorrow, 12 noon Eastern time, accountability meeting, that will be priority access for members only, so don't miss out on that. All right, let's see what we got going on here in the comments before we get started. So a reminder that most of the shows we got we got some shit posts, we got some Swole fam posts. We're gonna be going over a lot of those Swole fam posts tomorrow. Today is Ask Papa Swolio Live. So all you gotta do, check out the Scrolly McScrollerson down below, and you can ask your question, hashtag Ask Papa Swolio. So this is your show. We will talk about what you want to talk about. If you want to get access to Swole text and all that good shit, make sure that you are checking out Swolenormousx.com for the Fuck Your Resolution specials going on right now.
He's heating up!
And you'll never get throttled. You'll never miss a notification. You'll never get, kicked to the curb. YouTube will never not notify you when I go live, because they certainly don't notify you when I post a video or when I go live. Very, very rarely, which is why we're doing all the best stuff inside Swolenormous X and inside Swole TV, because YouTube and the public channels and the social media apps are a fucking hot mess right now. But it's all good. We're still going strong, not stopping. Papa Swolio never stops. This is from a mom. I lost 22 pounds in the last 6 months, all thanks to you for opening my eyes. I fit into clothes again that I haven't worn for the last 2 years. Good shit. Let's get some fucking biceps girls here. The lives have been blurry lately. Blurry? You mean fucking sharp as a tack? You mean like practically 4K? What are you talking about? What's blurry about this? What's blurry? What's blurry about the live stream? What are you talking about? What you talking about? Calf routines unlimited? Absolutely. Sure. Absolutely. 2021 is going to be a big year. Let's see here. How's the fam doing? We're doing great. Just kind of checking some. Maybe it's the connection. Let me just check that a little bit. Crystal clear on my end. I agree. You have to change your quality. That might be it too. So here's the thing. If the live stream doesn't seem clear as normal, I'm very I don't understand, because I'm looking at it completely sharp. If you're on YouTube, make sure if you don't have good internet connection, it's going to downscale. It's going to downscale automatically. So if you're on internet, if you're not on Wi-Fi, it's going to show you like in 480. Okay. It's going to show in 480. It's going to show in 360 or something. So you have to manually change it. I mean, this is as sharp as it fucking gets. Looks swole to me. Do I shoot at all? Like firearms? Yeah. Not as much as I want to, or I should, but I do. I would, and I will. I do like to shoot. Shoot, fat fucking load. No. Let's see what we got here. So a hashtag Ask Papa Swolio. Oh, let's check out this nut. Let's check out this beesh. She's still huge. I didn't even bother putting the nut on her head. So let's cover the nips up for the busting of the nut. She already busted the nut open, but respect. It's hashtag Fuck Your Resolutions. Can't even hide this beesh. All right, Leo, you fucking alcoholic. Jesus Christ. I guess it's Sunday. It's mimosa, but that's... I don't know. It doesn't look like a mimosa glass. It's... God damn it. What is going on? What is going on with you? You absolute lush. All right, everyone's coming in the door. So we got some Fuck Your Resolutions. We got some sexy beesh. Fuck Your Resolutions, hashtag FYR. But remember, if you want your question featured, ask Papa Swolio for your question to be shown on the screen. We do have some questions. From Instagram, remember, you can also make sure you follow me over on the Swolenormous page on Instagram because I post those question stickers and we source those from over the course of whenever I do them, we archive them and we gather all the questions. So then got a bunch of questions to share. So if you have something that pops up, hashtag Ask Papa Swolio. And of course, if you're following over on Swolenormous on the Instagram page, make sure that you ask your question when that comes available. I just noticed that old Georgie has a stogie. Of course he has a stogie.
Yow.
What we got here? Oh, I'm on the wrong page here. Where's I?
Who told you could eat my cookies?
Who told you to eat my cookies? Let's see. Vinny Hogan, since joining the Swole fam, my friends have commented on how I've become part Terminator. The community really gives you that extra boost when you need it. Fuck yeah. I become part Terminator. You can't stop me. You can't stop making gains. James, I mean, I can't read all the cards on the wall, but I can see every beard hair on Papa's majestic as fuck face. Thank you, James.
I don't know how to put this.
You didn't have to. Seriously. Seriously. Come on.
I'm kind of a big deal.
I appreciate that. So kind. Sexy like a snack. That beach is the whole fucking buffet. Isn't she huge? I'm never leaving her at home alone again. No joke. I'm never leaving that beach home alone. Look how big she is. Look how fucking huge she is. That's unacceptable. So we are going to put Tessie through a workout program. I might actually give her a break. I might give her a week off. I might try to get her in shape. I might try to whip her shit in shape for the next week. So you might not see Tessie this week. I don't know. Should we put her through a training protocol? Maybe give her a break because it takes a lot of her time to write that card. Takes her a lot of time to, I think maybe we should send her to fat camp or something. Why don't we put her inside Swolenormous X for the next week or so? Why don't we put her inside Swolenormous X? We'll still do the Swole cards. Maybe we should just kick her to the curb and be like, no. You're going to train hard. You're going to put your head down. You're going to fucking grind every single day for the next week. And then maybe we'll check in on her. What do you think about that? Maybe we'll put her into Swole season or Scorched Earth. I don't know. I think something's got to go down. Something's got to go down. This is just unacceptable. Unacceptable. She's big boned. She's big horned. She ate some Popeyes.
Matt Damon.
What's up? I love it. Ana Luisa, my husband has accepted this community as part of my life. He thought I was obsessive in the beginning. Everyone seems to. Hey, if you're into it, if you're focused on your health, you're focused on your fitness, think about why we always say fuck average. I think we have a fuck average card coming up in the near future, don't you think? We need to get some more fuck average. How many of you got your fuck average gear? I know some of you are posting pictures from your Swolenormous apparel. But when you are doing average, if you're going to do average and execute average, guess what you're going to be? You're going to be fucking average. I know you don't like it. No one does.
Come on, stop whining.
Well, no one does. Everyone says that they don't like average. That's the common phrase. Don't be average. Give it 110%. Well, how come so few people give it 110%? How come so few people actually give it 110%? How come that's a saying, but no one fucking does it? No one takes action on that. Because then once you actually put in that kind of effort, oh my God, you're obsessed. You're so strict. Don't you ever relax? You're just going to eat that all the time. Oh, you have to live. You only live once. Why can't you live well and eat really good food and take care of yourself and try to do the best for your body and not try to always escape into food? If you're doing your training, if you're focusing on the 7 pillars and you're crushing your shit for a reason, guess what's going to happen? It doesn't seem like you're not being restrictive. You're taking care of your body. You're focused. And when you're focused and you're doing things for the right reason, when you're living and you're training and you're eating and you're doing all this stuff with purpose, if you do it with purpose, that fills that void. Most people don't live with purpose. Most people don't train in the gym with any purpose. They go because of whatever, diet culture, whatever the fuck you want to call it. They do it because they think they should. They don't do it with any real reason. They don't do it with intent. They don't focus on their 7 pillars. They just do the training, right? They just do number 1, number 2 or 3. They eat kind of well. They have their cheat meals or their cheat days, which is all too frequent. And they train kind of well or decent. They go to the gym. They have a gym membership. They don't have a good community. They don't have a good environment. They don't have a good, they're not taking care of their recovery. They're not doing mobility. They're not meditating. They're not really that consistent. So they dabble. They dabble with pillar 2 and 3. And of course, that's barely any effort. So you're going to get barely any results. And you fill that void with all this extra. You fill the void with binge eating. You fill the void with the holidays. You fill the void. And I'm not saying you can't enjoy the holidays. There's different things. You can enjoy the holidays and seeing family and being grateful and gratitude for Thanksgiving and being healthy. You should be doing that every day. It shouldn't just be on the holiday. It shouldn't just, that's the same thing with fitness. It shouldn't be resolutions. It should be every day. What's wrong with taking care of your health on December 29th? What's wrong with taking care of your health on December 24th or 25th? Doesn't mean you can't have a cookie, but also why would you? It's the same kind of logic. Everyone seems to think that it's just normal to stuff your face with garbage just because, just because they start selling garbage, just because everyone else is addicted to sugar, just because everyone else is addicted to being fucking lazy, that's normal. You know the statistics? How many of you know the statistics for obesity or being overweight or pre-diabetic? Yeah, hit that like button. If you're watching on YouTube and you didn't hit the like button, you're negatively affecting the stream. So make sure you hit the like button. Everyone in the comments, make sure you're commenting that people hit the like button. I know you might be doing something. You might be in the gym or you might be doing cardio or something. I don't give a fuck. You can use your thumb and tap that like button. You only got to do it once, takes 2 seconds. So let's get a round of applause. Let's get some soundboard.
It's the fucking Catalina one.
Hit that fucking like button. I need to get a GIF on the screen so we have it in the corner. But hit that like button, please. It makes a big difference. And you'll notice if everyone smashes the like button at the same time, you will get more people tuning in because it will promote the stream. So if you enjoy the show and you're not hitting the like button, then use a biche. And if there are a lot of people watching and not a lot of people hitting it, it's like everyone says they hit the like button, but then why isn't it showing more? That's right, Michelle. 95% of diets fail. That number is such a load of shit. It's such fucking bullshit. It's such fucking bullshit. It's a load of crap. But so many people have amazing results. I don't think my diet's failing. My diet is just what I eat. It's working just fucking fine. And everything that you do for your diet, for what you consume, fam, it's working for you. So I think 100% of what we're doing is excellent. 100% of things that fail. Well, thank you, Mr. Science. I appreciate those statistics. Oh, that was nice. Very good. Hit that fucking like button. Let's see here. Yvonne, we're considered obsessive because the average person doesn't do anything for their health. Oh, that's where I was going with that. Thank you for the reminder, Yvonne. So the statistics for being obese. So 2/3, okay? 2/3 of the population are pre-diabetic, overweight. About 40% are obese and diabetic, heart disease, cancer, all these things. So if you're looking at the numbers and you're seeing 2/3 of the population are overweight, are pre-diabetic, which means that you are on the cusp. You are heading straight towards diabetic town, diabeticville, the diabetes. What does 2/3 mean? What does 2/3 mean? That's the majority. 2/3 is 66.66666%. Okay? And it might even be more than that. Because just because you're not overweight doesn't mean you're healthy. You could be thin and have leaky gut and have all these fucking problems because of what you're eating. I think it's a lot more. When you talk about unhealthy, but you're talking about technically, if you're looking at the overweight and pre-diabetic and such, a lot of people are unhealthy. I would say it's probably even more 80, 90%. No fucking question about it. Because then you're taking in mental health. How many of those people, what percentage of the American population meditates regularly? And I'm talking about every day, meditates regularly. What percentage do you think? Seriously. It's better like, what percentage? A fraction of 1%. I don't think it's even a 1%. There's no question about it. And maybe it's 1%. That's still small. You know what I mean? It's just, it's negligible. Okay. So if you look at that, that's the majority. That's the majority. If 40% of the population is obese, then you have all the different standard deviations. You have all the different percentages and all the different populations that are still very unhealthy, but not maybe technically obese. So you have that statistic. That's what average is. So there's no surprise on every corner there's junk food. There's no surprise that the majority of everyone that you talk to is trying to get you to drink shit and eat shit. That's why it's on every corner. That's why you're surrounded by it, because you are the minority. You're not a victim, but you're the fucking minority. We are the few. That's just what it is. We are the few. We are the few that take care of our health. We are the few that look at our fitness and, oops, not the right button, that look at our fitness, that look at our training, that look at it in the light of the 7 pillars. We are the few that actually address it as such on the right of your screen. The majority don't give a fuck. The majority don't care. The majority don't pay attention to their health. Straight up. Are there any questions? That's seriously that's as simple and that's as fundamental and that's as obvious and logical as it gets. The majority of people don't take care of their health. The majority of people are objectively unhealthy. And if you look at 2/3, well, what's even more than that? You don't have to be overweight or pre-diabetic to be unhealthy. You could be almost overweight or heading to be overweight or heading to be pre-diabetic. So there's many different shades beyond that. And that's the majority. So there's no shock that everywhere you go, you see, that's what you're surrounded with. Family, friends, coworkers, everyone. That's the majority. That's how it works. That's how it works.
Come on, man.
Yeah. That's exactly right. Patrick, so much truth. Eating right, exercise, and meditation are all things that everyone can do. Most people choose not to do because it's hard. Fuck your resolutions. Fuck average. Right on, Patrick. Right the fuck on. Right on, Beesh. Oh, Cerny, you don't say. Paying the price right now for not keeping up on my brain gains? Why not? Why not? Get on that shit. Lisa, meditation saves me daily. Glad to hear it. Glad to hear it. Yes, there is a wallpaper. There's a phone background. I think we made a bunch of them. Going to be putting out a bunch of stuff. I deleted all of the, I'll put them into Swolenormous X so you could download them there. But I deleted all the highlights on Instagram like a week or two ago. And I was going to redo the highlights and redo them from scratch because they were like old and kind of like defunct. So I wanted to redo them again. So I'll be putting out a bunch of like phone backgrounds and wallpapers and stuff like that for the 7 pillars. And we have gear and stuff coming out for that as well. Always more stuff. The average is now mediocre. 100%, Troy. It sure is. Let's say fuck average. Most people are average. You're due average. And if you do average, you're going to get average. And really, if you do average, you're probably going to get less because if you give it 100%, it's not perfect. You're not just going to put in 100% and get 100% out. It's not that simple. You really have to put in full effort. You really have to go all in and do your best to try to maximize your return. Super important. Jasmine, we were always into health and fitness growing up. I mean, yeah, I got into the gym when I was like a teenager. So it depends on what you mean growing up. So yeah, I got into it young. I was always active. Danny, I look around every day and at least 80% of the people I see are overweight and obese. Just sad. It sure is. Sure is. Let's see. Bearded Dad. Papa Swolio, chest and back day today or legs? Not sure what to do tonight. Maybe total body. Well, I'll tell you what. After the Mancast, I am doing legs today. So let's do legs together, shall we? Shall we fucking do legs today, bro? Let's fucking do legs. Let's smash a juicy one. All right? You and me. This guy? This guy. I'm doing legs. Let's see. Cardio and strength training helps ease the mind. Wife is getting it on the treadmill. Nice. There you go. Getting on the treadmill now. Super sweet. All right, let's take some questions. Let's take a couple questions. Sunday leg day, nothing like Sunday leg day. So hashtag Ask Papa Swole if you want your question featured. We'll go over some of these other questions. And a reminder for those of you that might be just new to the podcast, tuning in, tomorrow's episode will be priority access. Tomorrow is our accountability meeting for members only. So if you want to join, now is a time to join. Everyone's been talking about the Swole fam. You're like, oh, honestly, if you're watching or listening to this and you're not officially a member, you're not like subscribed, you're not in the fam, you're still part of the Swole fam. You're watching or tuning in. Like, I don't want to think, you're not, I fought in your general direction. I don't fart in your general direction. He does.
Fart in your general direction.
But if you want access to all the exclusive content, because sometimes with the podcast, when I'm traveling and a few times a month, we're going priority access, one-on-one, we're going real intimate games. Yesterday, we had some porch Swolosophy. It was great. Loved yesterday's episode. That's already available in Swole TV and in the private group. But for every Monday, every accountability meeting. Now, accountability meetings, we go over the cream of the crop, so to speak, like the best, like the biggest transformations and success stories, and also questions, questions from inside the Swole fam, but only for members. So we go over a lot of really great Swole fam posts. We share the pictures, we share all the visuals and stuff that I don't share publicly because I don't want to put people's, pictures on blast. We keep it private. So we go and show all the pictures on the screen, and it's really cool for members only. But, and we also do the new releases. So Mondays are always great. It's accountability party. So tomorrow, 12 noon Eastern time, if you want to get access to that, make sure you join before that. Don't join at 11:59 because you have to get admitted to the group and get access. So I want to make sure that you have time. So go to swolenormousx.com. And if you're not sure, you're like, hey, I don't know if I want to get access to the amazing unlimited content, you can join for less than $3. So it's a no-brainer. You could upgrade at any time. So check that out. Tomorrow, fam, 12 noon Eastern time. Accountability meeting. Accountability meeting mañana.
I'd be the luckiest guy alive if that did it for me.
Well, it does it for me. It does it for the Swole fam. We fucking love it. Chill out, Jack. Fucking jabroni. He's always hating on the gains. Always hating on the gains. All right, so ask your questions down in the comments below, and let's get into this a little bit more. A reminder, let's give this one too. Catch the podcast, Apple Podcasts and Spotify. I don't think I announced that yet. If you're just tuning in live, you can also bang your ear holes. So let's get into some more questions here. So priority goes to questions that are asked here live. We got a couple popped up. Let's see what we got here. Patrick M. Papa Swolio, I've got an impingement in my left shoulder from poor form, and I've since corrected it. Any tips for mobility and recovery exercise? I would look into the shoulder awareness program inside the program vault in Swolenormous X. Also, you're a member, right, Patrick? Impingement on my left shoulder. If you do have legit impingement, you should be focusing, if you fixed your poor form, I would focus on things like floor cobras. I would focus on external rotation. You could do wall angels. You could do them on the ground. You can do definitely yoga for sure. But I would focus on doing things with like even resistance bands or cables. Resistance bands are great for external rotation. Just make sure you put the little towel or pad under your arm to keep your humerus at a better angle for, so you're giving it a little bit more space to externally rotate. But I would focus on that, and also scapular depressions, which can be very good as long as you have decreased your pain. Depending on if you talk to your medical professional, physician, etc., dead hangs are excellent for shoulder. I love dead hangs, which means just holding from a bar and just hanging. You might not have a lot of grip strength, but do it for 10 seconds, do it for 30 seconds, do it for a minute, do it for as long as you can, and then you can do a couple sets of that. Dead hangs are great. How many of you do dead hangs in the comments? Drop that down below. But impingements are kind of brutal. You could also do the impingement test. So let's say it's your left shoulder over here. You cross your hand over, put on your shoulder, and lift your arm up. And if you feel kind of like a pain, that usually means that your supraspinatus is getting kind of pinched in under the acromion process. I've fucking anatomy, but usually one of the rotator cuff muscles is kind of getting trapped under there if you have an imbalance, because what happens is technically, like a good way to think about it is the head of the humerus is kind of like on a bullseye. So the glenoid cavity where the humerus sits in with the scapula is kind of like lined up ideally. But then once you have repetitive movement patterns, you're using the front of your body, you're rounded, you're driving, you're at computers. A lot of times that humerus, it gets internally rotated, you get protracted, you get imbalance, you get an imbalance with strength and length of the muscles and and the ligaments and the tendons from front to back, from top to bottom, all different types of, rotationally. So you have to just balance that out. So yoga for sure, and focusing on depression and external rotation, retraction for your corrective exercise. But the shoulder awareness workout is fantastic. You're also going to see a lot of that in one of the upcoming program. Shh, it's a secret. Swole Year's Eve, Swole Year's Day, our New Year's Swole party, Swole New Year. We'll be releasing that. All right, this is from the Dark Crystal. Papa Swole, I really struggle with lower abs workouts during burning, smash, everything else. What? Is this because most of my excess fat? No, has nothing to do with it. You don't really have lower abs. You have abdominals. There's no lower really or upper. Can I increase everything else? I improve, but not my lower. What do you mean? You struggle with lower abs? What do you mean you struggle? What are you doing? Like, what are you struggling with? Like, seeing results there? You're not gonna be able to spot reduce fat. That's just where fat is gonna be stored with like higher stress levels and cortisol. You're gonna store in your hips, your midsection, thighs, just gravity pulling it down. I'm assuming that's what you're referring to. And what are you doing that you think is lower abs? Like a lot of that's just hip flexor stuff. Not really sure exactly what you mean, if you're talking about aesthetics, the way it looks, or doing a specific exercise. Papa Swolio, I tried incorporating frog pumps into my glute routine, but I only feel it in my hamstrings. How? How do you feel in your hamstrings? You're in a butterfly position. How do you feel that in your hamstrings? You might just be probably just super, super tight. I would do some lateral tube walking. I would do some other activation exercises first. I don't know what you're doing before that. I would have to see what you're doing. It could be something with your setup process. Maybe you want to elevate your feet a little bit so you have a little bit of some hip flexion to start. I'd have to see. I'd have to kind of see it. But what else are you doing for your glute routine? Give me a little more context. All right, let's see here. Darrell Washington, Papa Swolio, you got to use that hashtag. No question. Discounted. No, I'm kidding. All right, I'll bring it back. All right, I'm sorry. Hashtag Ask Papa Swolio. Respect. Respect the Papa. Put some respect on that hashtag. All right. The coffee's kicking in. Just forgive me. Forgive me, D-Dub. How much cardio do you do through the week, and what form of cardio? What's cardio? Where's this cardio muscle, and how do you train it? Cardio? I don't speak Spanish. Y'all. I actually don't. I mean, I walk up and down stairs. I do kettlebell stuff, or I go in the sauna and things like that. I don't really do running. I walk the dog. I go for walking. I don't really do a ton of cardio like that. Usually, I would just say kettlebells. Kettlebells, great cardio. Oh, comment of the day. I think Phil won the comment. Swolenormous X has more and deeper content than Brazzers. I like it. More of that.
He's heating up!
Shampoo my crotch.
I like it. Phil. That's good shit. Jill, I do dead hangs every day. Josh, dead hangs every morning and night. Let's see. I'm scrolling up onto some questions, so if I miss your question, you can ask again. Let's see here. Yeah. Oh, yes. that was nice. That was a nice one. That was good, and you fucking know it. You fucking know it. Let's see here. Papa Swolio trying to get one-handed pull-ups. Where's the best place to start? Negatives with two arms, and doing things like isometrics, doing stuff like if you have a TRX or you have parallel bars, or like the equalizer bars, you could do inverted rows. That way you can adjust the resistance, because what's going to happen is it's going to be too much of a jump from just doing two arms to one arm. Now I'm talking. This is coming from someone who, like, the last thing I fucking care about. The last thing that I care about is for me, ever doing a one-arm pull-up. I mean, that's cool. That's cool. I just don't care. It's cool for like negatives or something like that, like a real burnout, but that's really intensive. For me, it's never really even crossed my mind. But you would want to do isometrics and negatives. And a great way to do that, to level up to that type of approach, it's not the same doing like a pull down machine. It's nothing like that. You need to control with your whole body weight. Plus, depends on how much mass you have on your body. But you can get the equalizer bars. You can or you can use a bar at the gym, something like a Smith machine where you can adjust the height and lean back and do one arm and do negatives. Make sure that you're overloading that eccentric. So if you're trying to increase your pull-ups, ladies, and we have this in the masterclass section with pull-ups, how to do your first pull-up, you want to progress, but you want to focus on those negatives, because negatives, the eccentric motion, the lengthening when your muscles are creating force, but you're doing that contraction process when the muscle's actually increasing in length, that's when your muscles are the strongest. So what happens is people can't do a pull-up. Let's just talk full pull-up so everyone can kind of, get on the same page here. If you're like, how do you do a pull-up if you can't do a pull-up? Just by doing pull-downs on a cable? Get the fuck out of here. That's not going to help you at all to do a full pull-up. Doing that machine where you put your knees on the pull-up, that's not really going to help you, okay? Using the band around, putting the band and putting your foot in a band, sorry, that's not really going to help you. It could be a tool, but that's not the ideal way. You're kind of wasting your time, in my opinion. The best way to do that would be with your body, because that's what your body needs to control. It's not the point of just going up and down. It's your body controlling itself in space, decompressing your spine, opening up the shoulder joint so you can activate the muscles, get the best mechanical advantage for the line of pull for your body. Just trying to talk in general specific terms here too, because it's hard to just visually, translate that. But when you're doing eccentric or negatives, you're using the same muscles that you'll be using on the way up. So one of the best ways to do that for ladies, for example, or anyone that can't do a pull-up, is you do the inverted rows, but you do the negatives. You do the negatives slow on the way down, start with repetitions of 5-second negatives, and then you can build your way up. And once you can get to like 10, 11, 12, 13, 15 seconds for a negative, you can increase the resistance or increase the declines. You could be more inverted for a row, and then you could translate that to a pull-up bar where you're doing an isometric hold at the top. You're doing, let's say, 3 or 4 seconds on the way down. Step up on a chair, get up to the bar, and then do 3 to 4 seconds on the way down. Do sets of like 3 to 5 of those, rest because it's going to be really taxing. Then over time, you'll be able to start slowing, and you'll be able to do sets of, let's say, 5 reps when you're doing 7-second descents. And then eventually you'll be able to get to the point where you're doing much longer, real slow and control, 10, 12, 13 seconds, and then you'll be able to start doing a pull-up because you're actually using the same muscles and overloading them. You just can't pull up because the weight, your body weight it's too heavy for that type of contraction, for that, the mechanics of the muscle to concentrically overcome. You're not strong enough for that yet. Isometric is second strongest and the eccentric is the strongest. So you're working the same muscles you'll need for the pull-up, for the pulling up motion, but you're training your body with the eccentric. So that's the hack. You change the way you're doing the pull-up, but you're working the same muscles, because everything else, every other adjustment or every other type of modality isn't doing that. It's changing how you're moving throughout. So you lose that kind of proprioceptive and the kinesthetic control. You're just changing the exercise and you're not activating the core muscles. You're not controlling your body the way you'll need for a pull-up. So it might help a little bit, but this is a much more effective way to do it. Oh, I got that gas today. It feels good though, in a good way. It feels fucking good. It feels good. 10 out of 10 for these other ones. There you go. There you go. 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. You guys are all happy on a Sunday. I never get, oh man, straight across the board. Papa Swolio's looking good.
US Sunday, greatest country in the world.
Oh yes. Greatest country in the world. 9 from Australia. There you go. There's a French judge out there. 9.7, Matthew. Standards high. Keeping your gains high and your standards. All right. Let's see here. Bam, bam, bam. Let's see. Darrell, Papa Swolio, my goal is to get rid of my belly fat. I hit plateau after losing 61 pounds. Any suggestions? I'm sure I have a ton of them. It depends on what, I don't know anything else about you besides that you had a fucking amazing progress. Let's get some biceps and gorillas for you, bro. That's fucking great. Belly fat. I mean, it's going to come down to managing stress, your nutrition for sure. I mean, your training program now. So I have a lot of suggestions. I recommend if you're new to the Swolecast, check out swolenormousx.com. Let me just change that for a second, because on the right here, the 7 pillars, it kind of goes into the foundation, making sure that you're covering all those aspects. And if you haven't done an elimination diet, really narrowing down and adjusting and refocusing your nutrition is going to be super important. So it depends on, I mean, that's great. I don't know what you did to lose that kind of weight. I don't know what you're doing now. So I have a lot of suggestions. It's kind of like everything. We got 1,675 episodes of suggestions. So definitely some more context would be great. But if you haven't downloaded that yet, if you haven't checked that out, I highly recommend it. Highly recommend it. Does the Fitness Falcon like Tessie's new look? Does a bear shit in the fucking woods? No, you can't have her because she's protected by the card, barely. It looks like she's protecting the card. She's fucking sitting on it. The Fitness Falcon is very stoked because the Fitness Falcon loves making those sick fucking gains. And all this is a feast party. The Fitness Falcon's looking at this like, I can't wait to smash this beach. So it is. There you go. You see what happens there? There you go, Josh. There you go. Where's the like police at? Where's the like police at? If you haven't liked that video, I don't care if you're watching on Facebook or YouTube, especially YouTube, smash that like button. Facebook, I don't even know. Who uses Facebook these days? I don't know. We do. I know. Facebook, it's cool. They're all good. They're all good. They're all evil, but they're all good, right? As much as we like to knock them like Facebook or YouTube, we wouldn't be able to be here. I mean, it is pretty fucking amazing. The good comes with the bad and the bad goes with the good. It's all about how you use it. That's what she said. Ha ha ha.
Is this a list of things I did to your mom last night?
What we got here? Almost there. Tone it up with Julie. Oh, toning. I'll digress on that one. We had a lot of snow last night, so after shoveling and snow blowing this white shit, that privileged snow, I sat on the couch bored as heck, so I jumped on the treadmill for a 4K run while watching Papa in 4K. That's what I like to hear. The treadmill, your 4K run, it's going to go like that. It's going to go super fast. Super fast. Excellent. I like it. I like it. There you go. There you go. All right, let's see what we got here. Let's see what we got here. Let's get a question from the fam, from the extended fam. So these are from the Swolenormous Instagram page. So make sure you follow me on Instagram at Swolenormous. And that way, when you see the question stickers, if you got a question, send it in. Send it in. Send in your question and your question. Happy to answer. This one's from I Am the Amazing Dolby. Okie dokie. Are you like a magician? Behold, the amazing Dolby. Na, 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 na. Okay. Is brown rice really better for you than white? I will tell you what, I'd rather eat literal horse manure than brown rice. I don't like eating sand. I don't know. Fuck brown rice. Tastes like absolute asshole. No, I don't prefer arsenic. However, white rice, you should be soaking your white rice before you cook it. I mean, they're both questionable, to be honest. But white rice is definitely something that I eat on occasion. Mama Swole had some last night. I had like a couple forkfuls, just a little bit, but I don't eat as much as I used to. I don't have as many sweet potatoes and white rice as I used to, but I dabble. I like more fruit and just meat right now. I like my meat. That's what she said. But white rice is definitely better to digest, but you should still soak it before you cook it, before you go to boil it and stuff. So it is a grain, but it's definitely something that's very inexpensive and it's better digested than a lot of things for many people. But I just put my grass-fed butter all over it or MCT oil or something. And at least, try to make something of it. I hate brown rice though. So you could try, I mean, these are just my opinions on the food. So if you ask me like, hey, do you like this? Or do you like this? What's your opinion? Is this better than that? Some people are going to love brown rice. I used to eat it. You know what? I used to have brown rice. So when I used to go man, this is a long time ago, but if I went to Chipotle or I went somewhere, I would order brown rice because you think, oh, it's healthier. Every time I ate it, it was just like, I felt like my DNA was sad. I felt like my DNA was crying. The brown rice. It just tastes like shit. I never felt like it ever digested. When I was chewing it, when I swallowed it, I literally just felt like there were rocks in my stomach. I never felt, all right, how about this? When I eat brown rice, I feel there are foods that I eat. There are foods that I eat, which are the foods that I do eat, that when I eat them, I feel great. I feel amazing benefits. I feel the difference. I feel fueled. I feel fantastic. Brown rice, there's been quite the opposite. Just absolutely no positive outcome from ever trying to chew that shit. And you definitely don't need grains in your diet. You absolutely don't. You absolutely don't. Objectively don't. So everyone's going to be a little bit different, but most people will get past those plateaus. Most people, and this is my belief, my opinion, so take it for what it's worth. Most people would break through plateaus. Most people would see revolutionary health benefits and performance benefits and physique benefits if they cut out a lot more fucking carbohydrates, went more in on high quality animal products and proteins and fats, seriously went more towards an animal-based diet. And I'm not talking about boar's head ham or some shit. I'm not talking about, and that's the problem, is that people's accessibility to high quality grass-fed beef or wild game and stuff like that. But most of the people's issues are going to come from eating way too many carbohydrates, eating way too many grains and processed carbohydrates. That's just my experience with members of the Swole fam and people in general. Number one, you should be eating whole foods. It's a transition. You don't all have to, I'm not saying you go carnivore, but what I'm saying is people transitioning through, that's why you do an elimination diet. So you start cutting out these major groups of foods that are causing problems, and you isolate and you analyze and you see which and how they affect your body individually. So then you can customize and tweak it. That's what the elimination, that's inside Swolenormous X, that's what the nutrition jumpstart and the elimination diet is all about. It's about you customizing and learning how these foods affect your body. And if you want to eat them, that's fine. It's on you. That's your life. But these are my opinions based on, but that's why I don't push a specific, that's why I'm not the keto guy. I'm not the paleo guy. I'm not the vegan guy. I hate that shit because it just paints a fucking picture like this is the best way to eat. I know the way I eat. I know the way I like to eat. But I also know one of the best ways to help guide you to what you love to eat and what works best for your body, which is the most important thing. So it's not an argument saying like, oh, you shouldn't eat that. You're a terrible person. Hey, you're a grown ass man or woman. You can make your own choices. So it's about understanding that the food that you eat directly affects how you feel and how you perform and the health of your body. It's just objective. So let's see. What else we got here? What else we got here? And in terms of like organ meats, in terms of organs, you can start off with organ supplements. You can start off with those types of general supplementation. If you're, a lot of people in this country didn't grow up, myself included, didn't grow up eating organ meat, so you don't have a taste for that. So it's something that's a little bit more acquired. But I do have some grass-fed liver. I do have that. Personally, I just chew it, swallow it raw every day. But you can mix in for things that are more lean, like heart. You can grind that up and mix that in with grass-fed ground beef and stuff like that. If you don't want to make separate things, some people do the liver and onions and there's different recipes. We added a bunch into the recipe archive. You can Google tons more, but big difference. And yeah, you're not, when you're eating more animal protein, a lot of people think, oh, you're not just eating top sirloin all the time. You're not eating lean cuts of meat. I don't like eating shoe leather. I like my fat. Nothing like it. Nothing like it. But again, everyone's going to react differently. Some people have more issues with it. Papa Swole, are there any home hacks to doing sissy squats without equipment? Well, sissy squats are designed to be done without equipment. I do not like them, Sam. I am. Those like fucking weird, you hook your feet under it. That's asking for knee pain. I never do those. I do legit sissy squats. So you can use a wall. You just have to just limit. It's a lot of stretch for your quads, especially your rectus femoris. So the rectus femoris is the only quad muscle that crosses the hip joint and the knee joint. So the vastus intermedius, the vastus medialis, the vastus lateralis, they don't cross the hip joint. They just cross the knee joint. So a lot of people that have issues doing things like sissy squats are just really tight in their hip flexors, but also in their rectus femoris, which does flex the hip. So if you have tight, if you're sitting down a lot, your quad, your rectus femoris actually can be really, really tight. So you can I use the parallel bars too also. You could also add resistance if you have a resistance band, one of those loop bands around the backs of your knees, but pulling from a frontal standpoint, but that can cause some issues or pain. Sometimes if you could try to go really heavy and you have really strong bands behind your knees, that can kind of like dig in a little bit. But sissy squats are fantastic. You don't need equipment. So I'm not sure what equipment you're referring to. If it was one of those little U foot hooks with the pad behind the calves, I'd fuck those things. But you could use a wall or a chair just to get used to it. Just switch sides so you're not you kind of balance out so you're not twisting one direction all the time. Love me some sissy squats. I'm the steak guy, Papa. I'm the steak guy. I'll take it. I'll take it. I'll be the steak guy. I'm also the bone broth. I'm also a bone broth. I don't want to say I'm also a bone broth guy. I'm also an organ guy. But just so you know, I don't crave the taste of all the organs, but I'll fucking eat it. Like I've always said, I'll eat the things that are healthy for me. I do love a ribeye steak. I fucking eat that every goddamn day. It's fucking amazing. Fucking amazing. Let's see here. There you go. That wild game, Kimmy. Good for you. Fantastic. Are there ways to prop your feet to get in a stable position for the squat? I have to see what you're doing. You can elevate your heels. Sure, you can get one of these. My hip just cracked. You can get one of those slant boards. I have 3 of them. I have a big metal one, I have a rubber one, and I have 2 individual ones. I'll put them, I wonder if they're still available on Amazon. I'll put them in my store so you can use those. That will keep your heels slightly elevated. You can also put them up on plates or have 2 dumbbells so you don't have to worry about rocking your heels all the way down, so you can stay up on your toes for that, if that's what you're referring to. You could also do sissy squats with one of those thicker bands, those loop bands around your lower thighs, just above your knees. So you can also kind of work on a little bit of some hip abduction. Excuse me, when you're doing them, some different strategies. So I like to mix up my foot position too. I do them without weight for balance. I also do them with weight and with resistance. But also, like I mentioned, my setup is still makeshift. I was training in the gym my whole life. So I'm still experimenting and building out this home gym, but I'm also planning on probably moving soon. So I'm not trying to go super fancy, but when I build out my gym, I'm going to have anchor points. Like, can you imagine how awesome Swolenormous X is now? Can you imagine once there's like a full blown there's going to be so much awesome shit. I'm going to do so many awesome things because I'll have better anchor points and better angles for the camera for different workouts and different exercise demos and stuff like that. I'll be able to get some of those here, but it'll be better when I can have a couple different other anchor points for a couple things I have in mind, specific things. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff. I could still do it here. I still have. I'm just kind of talking out loud. I'm just excited. I think 2021 is going to be a massive year. 2020 was huge. I think 2021 is going to be I think 2021 for the Swole fam, for myself and for the Swole fam, I think 2021, I shouldn't say I think, it's going to shit all over 2020. It's going to take a big old huge heaping steaming duke all over 2020 in comparison. Stoked as fuck. Steak ends up hurting my teeth. How are you cooking your steak? How are you cooking your steak, Elise? What's going on? How does it hurt your teeth? Hurts your teeth, but heart is softer. Sometimes it grosses me out at the thought of it. Get it in. Get it in. All right, let's take a few more questions. We got a bunch. Let me see. All right, what else we got here? You still drop your questions. Remember, hashtag FYR, hashtag fuck your resolutions for a chance to win today's Swole card. We'll be giving that away at the end of today's broadcast. Of course, you got that fat beesh here. Hashtag FYR. Fuck yo, resolutions. Biatch. Let's see what we got here. This is from JD Luhu. Papa Swolio, I lose more weight when I work out every other day. Is that because of muscle build or... Ugh. Fucking Christ. I feel like I need the Rosetta Stone. I need a Rosetta Stone for some of these questions. Every Sunday, I need a translator. I lose more weight when I work out every other day. I couldn't tell you. I have no idea. It's probably because you're eating less food on days when you're not working. You're just under eating. Like, I don't know what you're doing. You're under eating. It has nothing to do with it. I mean, I lose more weight when I work out. Okay. You can probably lose even more weight if you're working out every day, which would make more sense. But is it because of the muscle build? No. It's probably because you eat more than you think you do when you're working more often. It's irrelevant. It's irrelevant. It's caloric balance and also water retention and such. So, not a bad question, just not a good one. It's a little vague.
What's in the box?
All right, let's see another one.
Matt Damon.
Oh, not to this one. Not to this one. Well, maybe. Sime Kripina. Simic Ripina. Maybe his name is Sai Mekripina. Simek Rapina. Simekripina. Simekripin A. Yeah, whatever. I love deciphering names. The names are closed. The gyms are closed. I can't go. What do I fucking do, Papa? You train at home. It does get
Matt Damon.
I respect it and I appreciate the question, but you fucking train at home. Of course. The gyms are closed. So you fucking train. Push-ups, squats, lunges, yoga, pull-ups, push-ups, go to a park, run up and down stairs. Fucking do dips, tricep push-ups. There's like 1,000 different types of push-ups, plyo push-ups, everything, squat, everything. Get a pair of cheap resistance bands for $10-20. Get some push-up handles. You got fucking shit. Yeah, come on, man. Come on, man. My gym's closed. What do I do? You stop being a fucking baby. You get your pump on anyway. All right, let's see what we got here. You ready for more? It's always fun.
What's in the box?
What's in the box? Weights and dogs 111. Papa Swolio, what would you recommend a 240-pound person lose a week? Like 1 to 2 pounds or more? The same as anyone else. 1 to 2 pounds a week is a healthy rate. Of course, if you have a lot more extra fat, if you see someone that's like 400 pounds, wow, they lost 10 pounds in a week. Yeah, they have 250 extra pounds to lose. So the rate of weight loss is going to be more when you have more to lose. If you have more weight to lose, a lot of it's water too. You're retaining weight. So if you have a lot of extra to lose, you're going to cut a lot faster when you're bigger. There's a lot, it's very common to lose more weight at the beginning because your body is adapting. Your body is in this alarm state and it's shocked and you're doing a bigger caloric deficit. If you have 300 extra pounds and you're eating 2,000 calories, you're going to lose a lot of weight till you get towards your maintenance level and after your body adapts a little bit more to the exercise training and the protocols and such. 1 to 2 pounds a week is a good rate. People get really upset when they're under a pound a week. It doesn't matter if you lose an ounce a week. You're losing weight. Just stay focused and keep on working hard. So 1 to 2 pounds a week is a healthy range. If you're losing 5 pounds, it's just not maintainable and it's not ideal. And you don't want to cut corners. So don't worry about how much you're losing. Focus on, again, if you're focusing on the 7 pillars, no joke, if you're focusing on the 7 pillars, the weight loss will come. It will come. The fat loss will come. The weight gain will come. The muscle building will come because you are going to focus on your 7 pillars and adjust accordingly. That's it. If you don't have your fundamentals, then what are you worried about the results for? Seriously, if you're worried about how much weight you're losing a week, but you're not meditating every day, what the fuck are you doing? If you're not doing your yoga, what the fuck do you care about how much weight you're losing? If you're not recovering properly, if you're not eating properly, you're surrounding yourself with shitty fucking people, you don't have your fundamentals. You're vulnerable. You are vulnerable. Don't be vulnerable. Make sure you're getting your 7 pillars in, but 1 to 2 pounds a week is a healthy weight loss pace. The ice cream man. Oh yeah. Do they still have those like baseball gloves with the Pepsin gum? That like little ball in the center? That little gum ball? Like who wants ice cream and a fucking gum ball? I remember eating that when I was a kid. I remember getting those. Ugh, gross. It's like styrofoam ice cream. I can't believe I used to eat that shit. Oh, there you go. I wish I had the steak van drive around like the ice cream man. I get my cardio in chasing down those grass-fed ribeyes. Can you imagine? Steak man. You have like gorillas in the back, like call them like fucking gorilla beef, gorilla meat. Yeah, the glove, the standard that will never go away. You have the glove and that rocket pop, that like 3-colored dyed rocket pop. All right, let's see here. Oh, we got an interior decorator. We got an interior designer here. Very exciting. Let's see what we got here.
What's in the box?
Beige curtains. Okay, beige curtains. Interesting choice. Does the carpet match the curtains? Yow.
First, take a big step back and literally fuck your own face.
Fuck your own face. All right, beige curtains. What's your best advice, Papa Swolio? My best piece of advice for a smaller guy to gain weight.
Matt Damon.
Lieutenant Dan. My name's Forrest Gump.
My best piece of advice for a smaller guy to gain weight. Fucking start to pound food and train like a monster. Everyone's small until they get big. Get ready for years of hard work. You ready for that shit? You ready for that? Eat high quality food and get your fucking 2,500, 3,000, 3,500 calories in and be training like a fucking monster. So those extra calories are building muscle. Yeah, obsessive dedication. Number one priority to your gym, to your fitness, not missing training days, not missing meals, not slacking, focused, not hanging out with people and slacking and doing XYZ if you haven't gotten your other shit in, bringing food everywhere when you go, eating several meals a day because you need to get enough calories. Yeah, it's a life. It's a life. And that's why most people don't get results because they're not prepared for it. They think they're just going to eat a big meal. Oh, I eat a lot, a couple times a day, and I go to the gym, but I'm not seeing results. Sure. It's because you're not being relentlessly consistent every day for years. Like anything, right? How long does it take to grow a business? How long does it take to build a relationship? How long does it take to learn a skill? Think about this. How long, right? It says 10,000 hours, whatever. That's like 7-8 years, apprenticeships, to be a professional, to be an expert. So a decade. It sounds like, oh my God, how could I do that? That's why most people don't get results, because it'll take a fucking decade. That's not true, man. You could build muscle. Sure, everyone asks me, like, how long you been lifting? Like, I'm not the biggest guy in the fucking world. I'm also not trying to be. I've downsized this past year and I feel great. I feel better being leaner. I feel better being just less fucking sore. I feel better not doing the same kind of crippling overload because I'm not standing on a stage. I'd rather be more mobile. I'd rather have, I just feel better the way I am right now. So people mistake like how quickly you have that soft, virgin new muscle. And then you have more experienced muscle, more dense muscle, and more coordination, more skill, and more. It's not about building endlessly. I've been training for 20 years, but you go through different phases. Most people get hurt. Most people are missing parts, right? Most people are missing aspects of their 7 pillars. Most people, you can get big and not do enough mobility. You could get big and not meditate, but are you trying just to look a certain way? Or are you trying to really improve your life? So it's an interesting way to think about it, but it's a decade for sure. For sure. The rest of your life. I'm just going to bulk for a couple months. Sure. You're not going to see anything. Yep. Jesse, I crush with kettlebells when I eat liver the day before, eat steak, eat fatty organs, reap the benefits. I feel better whenever I have my organ meats. when I was traveling, I brought supplements. I didn't bring like my raw liver and stuff, but once I got back, I'm on it. I feel fantastic. Fucking amazing. Fucking amazing. Let's see what we got here.
What's in the box?
¿Qué es en el box, eh? Alichka, Ilithia, Papa Swolio. I don't know why I said it like that. Here we go, hon. Oh!
He's heating up!
Oh, God. Hell yeah. What?
I like to caress rusty spoons.
Boom. Rate that appropriately. That was on point. I redlined that motherfucker. Best advice, Papa Swolio, when dealing with unhealthy and overweight relatives. I want to help my family. My best advice is to just verbally assault them 24/7, belittle them, shame them, and just absolutely tear them down emotionally until they submit and take care of their health. I'm kidding. Kind of true.
Yow.
Kind of true.
Yow.
No, that's what you want to do, right? That's what you want to. Don't do that. Lead by example. That's really hard. That's one of the hardest fucking things to deal with are people that don't want to take care of their health that you care about. That's one of the hardest things to deal with. You got to lead by example. Welcome them, maybe cook for them, offer them, meals like, hey, I'm going to cook a meal. You want some? Like, if you're inviting them over, I don't know what you're doing. I don't know what your situation or what your closeness, or if you're living with them, it's a whole different dynamic when you're living. You could drop that in the comments down below. But it depends on if you're living with your relatives, if you're visiting them, if you're visiting them or you're remote and you want them to just change, you have to change yourself. So I know a lot of people that know me that have taken their health into more consideration and taken care of because that's what I do for a living. I don't post stuff on my personal. This is all business. I'm posting nonstop. I obviously get to the fucking gym, take care of yourself. I'm preaching what I practice, not practicing what I preach, both. But I preach what I practice. This is what I do. I'm not a hypocrite. I do what I say I do. I do what I tell you to do. I'm going to the gym. I'm doing my mobility. I'm doing my yoga. I'm eating my foods. I'm not fucking doing crap. If I have a cigar, if I have some whiskey, I tell you once in a while, but I fucking 99.10% of the time, I'm fucking on it. And I'm still on it when I'm not on it. It's because the fucking beard makes up the difference. No, but you have to find what's right for you. If you want to call it balance, I don't think there is anything called balance. I think that's an excuse if you think in that mindset. But it's tough when people that you care about don't want to take care of their health, and you know better, and they don't want to because they're addicted. Most people are. Bad habits. Most people have bad habits. I have bad habits. You all have bad habits. You just got to work on it. Another question. You guys can all answer this down below.
What's in the box?
Shanana lines. Nan lines. Shannon lines. Shanna and lines. Or Shan and lines and lines. So Shanna. Shannon. Papa Swole, what age range and or fitness levels is your program geared towards? Everyone. Any age, any level. It's not a program. It's Swolenormous X. There are multiple programs. There are hundreds of workouts, hundreds of yoga classes. We have chair yoga classes. We have kids yoga classes. A lot of you do the training with your kids. You can scale everything. You can increase the intensity. You can adjust. It's fully customizable. All ages, all levels of experience. You could drop that in the comments down below. Your thoughts on it. All ages and fitness levels, any age, I agree. Literally have a kids yoga. Literally. We certainly do. Ren works well for this old hag, LOL.
Yow. Yow.
Good shit. Solex yoga is the tits. The bee's knees. It sure is. I fucking love the yoga studio. Love it. Let's see what we got here. JD Lu who? Lu who?
What's in the box?
Lu you. Are you supposed to work out every day, or does it depend on how your body works? Ow, my head. Ow.
Who told you could eat my cookies?
JD Luhu, go to swolenormousx.com and download the 7 pillars. It's right there at the top. You should be doing something every day. You should be training every day. Lifting every day? No. But training, yes. On how your body works. Well, you have to progress it properly. So everyone should be doing it every day, but it's going to look different for beginners or advanced or different capacities. So sure. I'll leave that there. I'll leave that there. On the good ship, Swole Pop. Oh, we got some more questions. Oh, I had the wrong thing. What else we got? Let's take some more questions. Take a couple more. Be here for another minute, a hot minute or two. Let's see. The Fluffy Beast. Hello, Fluffy Beast. The Fluffy Beast. Hello, Kirby. What's the best kind of at-home workouts for someone with no kinds of weight yet? Yoga, for sure. And that's what's really exciting about our new program coming up. Hint, hint, but lots of stuff. Oh, lots of stuff. So yoga, Swollen Sevens, of course, for those of you that are inside Swolenormous X, plus all the new shit that we're releasing. But start with yoga. Yoga, you don't need any equipment. Of course, body weight stuff, excellent. You can do the standards, pull-ups, push-ups, squats, lunges, all this stuff. That's one of those things where, anything with weights can be done without weights. It's just the overload. Let's see. Garbocci. Hello, Garbocci. What is the best position in which to sit while watching the Daily Swole on TV? Ooh. The best position. What do you think? The best position in which to sit while watching is to foam roll, do some Swollen 7, do some mobility, walk on a treadmill, whatever. Do some pigeon pose, do a little, whatever you want to do. What's the best position? Why don't you think about that? Why don't you just drop a comment down below? What do you think? What are your thoughts? What are your thoughts? What we got here? Keegan. Oh. Or Kai Egan. Don't have a question, just want to say go to the fucking gym. You watch your goddamn whorish mouth. You wash your fucking whorish mouth.
Get the hell out of here before I snap your dick off and jam it into your ass.
You go to the fucking gym. I tell you to go to the fucking gym. Is your dog Swole? Jax Morris. Have you seen Papa Swolio lately? She's absolutely yoked. This pup has got thighs like a motherfucker. This beast goes up like 5 to 10 flights of stairs every day, up and down. She's a monster. And she's like 15 or 16 years old. She's a freaking beast. Yes, she's fucking swole. Go check her out on Instagram, at Papa Swolio. Recognize. Yeah, of course she's swole. Here we go. We got another one here.
What's in the box?
Almost done. She does. Papa Swole eats raw beef, raw grass-fed beef, liver, and heart. She licks my liver plate when I'm done with it. Give her little clementines and bacon. She eats better than most people, absolutely. Fastest dog in the world. You see her sprint? No one has a better launch than Papa. She's so fucking fast. Lightning speed. Lightning speed. Super fast. Super fast. There she is in the corner. There she is. She's behind me. She's right there. All right, we got another one here. Best low-carb snacks. Beef. Ribeye. Eggs. Best low-carb snacks. That's what I say. Beef. That's a good question, actually.
What's in the box?
Joshua Hensley, secret to having magnificent hair like you. Oh, thank you. Well, having my parents would definitely help. My mom has long hair. My grandmother had kind of like hair like this. But I would say diet, nutrition. Look, I'm not saying that you fucking eat grass-fed beef and organ meats, you're going to have a beard like me. That's genetic too, of course. But what do you think? A lot of women, for example, I'm not talking, I know you're not a woman, Josh, but a lot of people are focusing the same thing when it comes to results, same thing with skincare and hair and nails. and skin. A lot of people are trying to use topical products for your skin or for hair or for nails or for all that stuff, but they're not focusing on their diet. Where do you think this stuff comes from? Like, where do you think quality and skin quality and all this shit comes from? And like, hair quality, nails, like, where do you think it comes from? It comes from the foods that you're eating. Your body can only create and build based on what you're putting in. I mean, I'm drinking bone broth pretty much every single day, and organ meats and grass-fed beef, lots of fats, lots of quality proteins, and I'm training, I'm exercising, I'm getting vitamin D, I'm getting sun, I'm going to the sauna, I'm just taking care of myself. My nutrition is on point for me. I feel great. This is what I'm doing. So there's genetics too, but I'll tell you what, I had crazy acne when I was in college and growing up, but I was also eating shit food and not sleeping and hormones through the roof, and yeah. But of course, I definitely, Mama Swolio, she's a skincare, she's the beauty expert. So she put me on my own like regimen for like how I wash my face and stuff like that. But the foundation, like in terms of the nutrition that's number one. That's number one. Yeah. Tons of collagen, fat. Like when I'm eating strip steaks and stuff, yeah, you're chewing the ligaments, you're eating all the stuff that most people throw out. Most people get rid of. All the connective tissue. Oh, God, on fire. Ray Lopez. Papa Swolio, is there really such a thing as a balanced diet considering the obesity rate in this country? I mean, what do you mean? A balanced diet? I think the balanced diet, the average, or the colorful plate, all this kind of bullshit, I think that kind of rhetoric has fundamentally just fucked people's mind up of what it means to be healthy and what it means to take care of your health and take care of your nutrition. I think people fundamentally don't understand how to eat healthy because of that kind of, everything has to be balanced. You only live once, everything in moderation. That's the fastest way to that's the fastest way to be average. Hey, let me just eat in moderation. Let me just eat garbage in moderation. It's an excuse to eat crap. So you say, is there any real such thing as a balanced diet? I have a balanced diet. I eat fucking food that makes me feel great. It's balanced to me. All right. Another question.
What's in the box?
We'll run a gauntlet on these. I only got two more. Went through a lot of questions today, but it's all good. It's what we're here for. This is from Jenny. I wonder what do you think your name is? I think your name is probably Jen Ifer or something like that, right? What do you think? What do you think her real name is? Can't tell. Jenny. So creative. I can't help how creative I am. I just put my name like 9 times. Any advice on motivating a loved one to get in shape 60 plus years old? Again, got to lead by example, have those frank conversations, but also invite to train. Start with things that can be more enjoyable, walking, maybe some Zumba, some fitness dancing, some joyful movement. But yoga and stuff like that can be really beneficial. Yoga is great for anyone of any age, especially older, because it'll help open up your mobility and strength, and it'll help decrease pain and muscle imbalances that have accumulated over time. That's one of the best ways because it's not overload. It's very unassuming and it's not threatening to people. Oh, we got the last one. This is going to anger me up. Get me fucking pissed off. Thanos Mobes. How do I keep being fit in quarantine given that I can't hit the gym weights? Fuck. You go to the fucking gym in your room. Get some weights. If you don't have weights, do body weight, do yoga, do lunges, do lunge jumps and squat jumps and pull-ups. Go to a fucking park and get your shit going. Make it happen. Make it fucking happen. How can I keep being fit in endless ways? Now, here's the thing. Because you don't have access to a gym and you don't have access to equipment, are you going to be as big or make as much muscle gains? No, you're not. Sorry, you're not. Why do you think bodybuilders don't do body weight exercises? Bodybuilders lift weights because of the overload. So you're not going to get the same results as you would if you had all the equipment. Shocker. You're doing different shit. Shocker. You're not doing the same type of activity. Shocker. If you're not doing the same type of overload, you're not going to get the same kind of results. Oh, thank you, Nisa. I appreciate the super chat. Thank you so much. Very appreciated. Thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Far too kind. You're making me blush under my beard. You shouldn't have. You pick things up and put them down. Yeah, you can lift your couch. You can lift a table. You can do all sorts of shit. Damn straight. Find any heavy things and lift that. Gallons of water, stuff in your garage. Go out in the woods and lift logs and rocks. Go lift some fucking rocks, says Ryojin. Go lift some fucking rocks, Thanos. I just can't work out without a gym. Whatever shall I do? Stop being fucking lazy and find alternatives, beesh. Fucking hells yeah. Damn fucking straight. All right. Fucking awesome. Well, hey, we got some fuck your resolutions to go down. You know what I'm saying? Capiche? Gabish? Remember, tomorrow, let's do this. Tomorrow is accountability meeting. So 12 noon Eastern time. If you're not yet a member of the Swole fam, what the fuck are you doing with your life? We got this tomorrow. Tomorrow, we got accountability meeting at 12 noon Eastern time. Motherfucker, 12 noon Eastern time. Eastern time. Tomorrow, accountability meeting. So tomorrow's party access. If you're not yet a member, you're going to miss tomorrow's episode. So don't miss out. Join the Swole fam today, swolenormousx.com. Big savings, fuck your resolution season is going on right now. That's right. Don't wait to be a tomorrow person. Don't be a tomorrow person. If you're like, I'll wait till tomorrow. Guess what tomorrow is? Monday. And guess what tomorrow does? It never comes. It's always tomorrow. There's always a tomorrow. So if you've been waiting, stop fucking waiting, because obviously that's not working for you, right? Make it happen. Stop being a biche. Join the Swole fam today. Swolenormousx.com. Swolenormousx.com. Gemma, if you haven't joined the Swole fam, why the hell not? Best place to be. What's up, Kara? So any last minute questions you could drop in here. Kara, my mom has a pacemaker. Can she do Zumba and yoga? Tell her she gotta ask her doctor. I would say, I don't see why not. But as long as she's medically cleared to do it, I don't see why not. But I'm definitely not going to. If she has a pacemaker, she might have other medical conditions, so can't say that. Check with the doctor. Always got to say that, because maybe the doctor's like, no, don't go upside down. Your blood, who knows? But sure, it sounds right. Sounds like it's fine. I don't see why not. But just check with the doctor in case there's any other contraindications. Got to say that, but it's also smart. You should, especially if you have a pacemaker. You're making the pace. All that pace that you're making. Making all that pace, you know what I'm saying? All right, here we go. Let's get this fucking Swole card. Let's give this away to some biche. I think a biche out. One of you biches is going to get the Swole card. Hashtag fuck your resolutions. That's what that is all about. Yeah, that's what that's all about. Yes. Hashtag fuck your resolutions. Okay. Gotta make all the resolution. Scratching. I see a 10. Someone gave me a 10. I appreciate that. I'll tell you what, Ryojin, fucking right on it. Why the fuck not? It just fits. Congratulations! I think we're all stoked about that. Ryojin, you've been an absolute fucking savage this episode. You've been all up in that fuck your resolution. You've been dropping some nukes today. So congratulations. What's this comment I landed on? I like being a unicorn. When it comes to my health and fitness, I like being the impossible. And not gonna lie, it's kind of fun to trigger people just by existing. Well, fuck me. Sometimes I just land on a comment that's just a hashtag. Sometimes I land on just a hashtag. It's just like, okay, someone just dropped the hashtag in the comments. That's a fucking hell of a comment to land on. So congratulations, Ryojin. Well deserved. You've been on fire. There's been like 3 or 4, 5 comments that you've been fucking lacing, just fucking sniping people, sniping beaches. You know, if we had like a Swole squad, kind of like the Suicide Squad, if we had like a hit team, you know, I don't know, something like the Defense Force, just Green Berets, or, you know, just a freaking SEAL team, Swole team, something like that. Ryogen would be fucking running point. A couple of you would be in the out there just fucking knocking people. I can't work out. My gym is closed. Judo chop. Just knock them out. Go to sleep. Just like you just come up behind like a Assassin's Creed or something. Come behind. Shh, go to the gym. Go to the fucking gym. Go to the sleep. You're on another level. Getting angry at people. I like it. So anyway, she's covering for sit and spin. No shit. All right. So Ryogen sent us that email, support@swolenormous.com. Swole card 1675 in the subject, and then your mailing address in the body of your email. Send you this sexy, beautiful Swole card. ASA to the motherfucking P. And I we'll do here is I'll nut the beesh, but I can't nut the beesh because there's just, it's kind of like, she's huge. And the top is over there. I actually haven't put it on top because I'm afraid it's going to fall off and break the squirrel. So, no, I'll, fuck off, bro. Well deserved. Good one. Good pull. Good pull, Ryogen. Good pull. I can't even nut her. Look at you, huge. What should we do? Should we send her to fat camp for the week? Like, maybe we'll just kick her to the curb and be like, all right, for the week she needs to go on a diet. Should we get her on the 7 pillars? I think this week we should put Tessie on the elimination diet and just leave her off the podcast and just kind of like tell her to focus on, you gotta get this. Send her to Swole camp. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you're getting that hat. Get it on! Look at that fat fucking beast, you whale. Fat camp. Tess, you need to get your pump on, girl. Nailed it. Don't get heart disease like this, fat beach. You absolute whale. Yeah, right? Jeff B, the fat acceptance solution is to get a bigger nut. Yeah, right? It's not my fault. It's the size of the nut. It's not my fault. It's how big the nut is. It's not my fault. I love it. I love it. That's a fat acceptance solution. I'll have to get a bigger nut. I don't have a bigger nut. That's all we got. That's all we got. Anyway, so tomorrow, 12 noon Eastern time. Let's see. Let's scroll this over a little bit. 12 noon Eastern time. We got the accountability meeting Monday, December 7th. Tomorrow, 12 noon Eastern time. We'll be streaming live privately inside the private Swole fam group. So make sure you go and sign up today. Swolenormousx.com. Don't miss tomorrow's episode. We'll be back on Tuesday, but come on, why miss tomorrow? Tomorrow's fucking lit. We got amazing success stories. We got some awesome posts to go over, so don't miss out on that. And I'll see you tomorrow for the accountability meeting. Super stoked. Thank you so much for joining me for episode 1675 of the most muscular Swolecast, Beercast, Broadcast, Gamecast, Mancast, Pimpcast, Seascast, and Slaycast in the realm. Because when I flex, you flex. We all flex our biceps. You can also catch the podcast, catch this episode. Shortly, it'll be up on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. Don't miss out on that. And I'll see you tomorrow for episode 1676, 1676, accountability meeting, 12 noon Eastern time. Don't miss out on that. Peace, McGeese, deuce, magoose, your boy, Papa Swolio. Out.
Crazy flow, need a straight jacket. Cash flow, I'm a bank addict. 6 subs, had a base smacking. 808, had a face clapping. 3 girls is enough for me, so I pull out like the stock crashing like an IPO trying to purchase me. This a private sector, so you can't have it. Faking all that boom bapping. Who you think you is, boy? 90s want they sound back, so I gift rap all these fake rappers as I take matters in my own hands. I don't need rapping, I don't need Zans, I don't need help. I'm a grown man. Now they king left and they so mad. It's like unbelievable.
Yeah, I found that young king with my crown at 10 racks in the fanny.
You're not making this easy on me, boy.
That's a bed that you made. That's a bed that you made. That's a bed that you laid. What kind of game you playing? We go hard in the paint, yeah. What the fuck is you saying?
This is strictly.
I only go where they pay. What kind of game is you playing? Yeah, my shit is relevant. On topic, my melanin is popping. I'm taking skeletons on closets and making new deposits. I'm in my